welcome back. I'm Sheila, and this is my channel. I'm documenting my health journey here, and if you are new to my channel, then welcome. I focus on 4 areas of health during this journey, and my first one is nutrition, physical, environmental, and mental health. In nutrition, I want to try to eat healthier and try to lose some weight. In addition to that, physical is to just increase my healthy motion and getting more exercise. Environmental, that is the subject that we've been working on a lot this year so far, which involves cleaning my house, reorganizing, decluttering. Mental health is something that I highly advocate for because I feel like we need to spend a lot more time focusing on our mental health and paying attention to being kinder to ourselves and to each other. Instead of putting out a cleaning or decluttering video this week, I wanted to share with you a few things that I've been collecting over the last few months, either by thrifting or ordering online. So I thought I'd share this haul with you guys. First off is these books, and they are actually a couple of cookbooks. The first one, let's focus on this one. I thrifted this a couple of weeks ago at a local thrift store. The Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. This means a lot to me because my mom's best friend Karen used to use this same kind of cookbook in her home, and when we would go over to visit her, she would make a lot of things out of this cookbook. And so sifting through that reminds me of all those happy times my mom and I spent over at her house. The next cookbook, well, this goes back to October, which was my birthday month. Now, we just celebrated my dad's 79th birthday this past week, and I appreciate you guys letting me have the whole week off so I could focus on spending time with him and my family. And he appreciates all the birthday wishes that you sent to him. Well, I'm in my 50s now, but he still wants to send me birthday gifts. And when he asked me what I wanted for my birthday last year, I really didn't know what to tell him. I didn't know what I wanted or if I needed anything. So instead, he just gave me some money and said, if you happen to see anything online or at a store or whatever, go ahead and use this money to buy it. Well, after a couple of weeks, I decided to look through eBay, and I found a couple of things on there that really perked my interest. One of them was this cookbook, the Pillsbury Family Cookbook. When I opened up the publishing date on it, the original date was 1963, but the 6th edition or 6th printing of this particular cookbook was in 1970. That was the year that my mom and dad were married. And there's a funny story about that. My dad gave my mom this cookbook as a wedding gift because she didn't know how to cook. Her first attempt at making stuffed peppers, the peppers turned out black and charred and burnt, and the meat mixture that was supposed to be stuffed inside the peppers was basically raw. So my dad got her this cookbook, and it was with this cookbook that I grew up learning how to make brownies and cakes and cookies and biscuits, all those things. So when I bought this, I sifted through the pages, and all these happy memories spent with my mom just came rushing through. Now, this is not her original book specifically. Unfortunately, they live out in the country, and field mice got into the house and actually into the drawer where she kept her cookbooks and just shredded everything that was in there. So basically her cookbook was destroyed, but I was able to find another copy online. I think I spent maybe $20 or something for this, but to me this is priceless, and I am looking forward to using this book and this other cookbook to make more memories with my own children, because these 2 cookbooks represent 2 of the most important women that ever shaped my life. My mom and my mom's best friend Karen, and neither one of them are with us any longer, but through these and my memories with my kids, we will keep their memories alive. Speaking of memories, another thing that I remembered was something that I found on, I was looking on eBay again whenever I was looking for the cookbook, and I found this Pyrex Flameware Percolator. This actually brings back a lot of memories. When I saw this the first time on the internet, I remember as a little girl growing up in the 60s, when I'd get up to go get ready for school, I would spend time with my dad while he was getting ready for work. I would just enjoy breakfast with my dad, and it was happy memories with him. Thankfully, he's still alive with us, but while we were getting ready for work and school respectively, my mom was making coffee for my dad out of a coffee pot just like this. And when I bought this, I checked everything. There is no chips or nicks or cracks in any of the glass. It is in pristine condition, and I've been using that to make coffee lately, so it is really good to make coffee. And it's nice to think on those happy memories when I was a kid, spending my mornings with my dad, getting ready for work and for school. While I was looking up this online, I decided to do a little bit of research about the Pyrex Flameware series. Sorry about that. My son had to come in and get some supplies for a project that he and his dad are making. But when I went online to look up the history of this Pyrex Flameware series, I discovered something else in the series that I was pretty interested in getting. But by the time that I was looking up this, after I had already bought this one, the prices of these vintage Flameware glassware, it went up to over $100. So I'm like, I'm not going to get this anytime soon. However, the day that I was thrifting for my cookbooks, I decided to stop at a antique shop. And after about 20 minutes, not really seeing anything that really interested me, I was on my way out the door when, not more than 15 feet from the door, I walked past this. It is a Pyrex Flameware double boiler from the same series of cookware that the Percolator came from. And when I did some research on both of these items, Pyrex's Flameware series can be dated back as far as the 1950s. So these could be well over 40 years, if not closer to 60 or 70 years old. So, and because these are in very excellent condition and don't have any chips or cracks in them, they are still very usable, and I have been using them since I bought them, and it is just, they are fabulous. And they're also pretty to look at. So not only are they functional, but they are very decorative as well. Another couple of things that I like to thrift is some other useful containers that can be helpful in the kitchen. One of them is this bread box. It's not it's nothing fancy. It's just a metal box that's got an enamel coating on it. I have a basket on the top shelf here in the kitchen where I keep most of the bread, but when I need to make myself a sandwich or something for the kids or for my husband, it was always cumbersome to have to reach up on the shelf because I'm not very tall and dig it down. So I thought if I left a single loaf of bread on the counter in a container like this, then I wouldn't have to get into the big box or big basket all that often. So this I got at a thrift store not long ago. And then I also a couple of other things. I got these just this past week. In fact, this price tag is still on them. But this cute little glass bowl, I figured I could use that to be handy to put some fruit in. My husband likes to eat oranges and bananas, and my son likes apples. So we're going to be using this so that we have some fresh fruit available. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this. When I was reorganizing and cleaning my pantry, especially the hutch, I had this jar sitting on the counter, and it was empty at the time, but I decided to repurpose it to keep some of my teas, especially some of my more exotic teas. I have matcha in here. I've got this tea that I got from IKEA, and this David's tea. Well, this jar actually came from my grandma's house, and I liked it because it's an old jar that has the little clasp on it with the lid, and it has these cute little onions and mushrooms and peppers painted on the side of it. When I was thrifting the other day too, I found this jar. Somebody had hand painted some tulips and flowers on the side, and it also has the flip lid. Come on. Another interruption with the same kind of orange seal. So I thought these would be good and decorative to use to house some other things. So I like containers that are pretty to look at but have a function too. Now that I got those things out of the way, let's talk about some of these boxes that I have over here. These, I actually found these on Amazon, and I don't know if I've ever talked to you about this, but I'm going to do a series of decluttering and organizing my drawers, like my utensils drawers. Well, in the drawer that's here on the island, I like to keep my aluminum foil and Ziploc bags, things like that in there. However, I like to buy the box of Ziploc bags that are the bigger economy size, and those boxes are just a little bit too big for my drawer here. So I decided to do some measurements and wanted to get these bamboo boxes I've been seeing on the internet to put my Ziploc bags. Here's the gallon size. I've got a sandwich quart, snack size, and then this one is for the aluminum foil and saran wrap, and it has the cutter that you can use to cut it with. And I made sure that it was going to fit my drawer, and they do. Now, they don't have the specific name on the boxes of these, but when I looked it back up on the internet, it says Gamtik Individual Storage Bag Organizer for Kitchen Drawer. And I will leave a link to that down in the description. But there's one more thing that I use as well, besides aluminum foil and saran wrap. I like to use parchment paper. My daughter likes to use it to make her cookies and cakes because it makes it clean up a whole lot easier. However, the roll of parchment paper that I buy at the store is much longer than this box, so it would not fit into this container. So I decided to look online on Amazon, and I found this ChicWrap parchment paper dispenser on Amazon. And surprisingly, it comes with a full roll of parchment paper in it. And it also has the cutter right here. So I made sure that this is going to fit the drawer as well, and it does. So I'm going to be organizing these drawers and getting that taken care of real soon. Last but certainly not least, I do have a couple of bamboo organizers in my utensils drawer for my forks and knives and spoons. However, it just doesn't seem to be working for me. So I found this set. I found this set, the Royal Craftwood Drawer Organizer, on Amazon, and it has all the slots that I need for all of my forks, knives, spoons, plus the like straws. And if you noticed, it is adjustable. You can widen it to fit the width of your drawer to allow for additional storage for things that are wider, that you need that little extra space. So I got this. And for my cooking utensils like spatulas, big spoons, big knives, things like that. Like I have a pastry cutter that takes up a lot of room. Also, like a pastry blender. I needed something to organize it better, and so I found this also on the Royal Woodcraft series. And it also is the adjustable width kind of drawer organizer. So pretty soon I'm going to be getting these drawers organized in upcoming videos. So stay tuned for that if you really enjoy that. So that is my haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I definitely will leave a link to all of these different items if I can find them on the internet. Most of these things you can find somewhere on the internet, but a lot of these other things were thrifted at our local thrift store or an antique shop. But like I said about the Flameware cookware, there's some places that do sell it on eBay. So if I happen to see a link to those, I will add those in there as well. So thank you for watching my haul. If you've made it this far, well, thank you very much, and I do greatly appreciate all of your support. I want to tell you something that I've got planned here in the next coming weeks. On April 8th, which is on a Monday, the solar eclipse will be crossing the United States on that day, and it just so happens that our home is in the direct path of that solar eclipse for the totality portion of the eclipse. Now, several years ago when the eclipse went across the United States, our home was like right on the fringe of the path. We got to see most of the eclipse, but it wasn't complete and total. This year it's going to be total. So I'm hoping that I can do a live stream of that total eclipse from our home on that day. I've got a filter for my cell phone, which is what I record these videos on. And in the next few weeks, I'm going to probably be doing some test live streams on my channel just to see if I can get it to work and how I can get it arranged. So hopefully that will work out, and I hope you guys would enjoy and join us for the total eclipse. There's going to be a lot of people live streaming on that day, so if you don't get to my channel, then that is fine. But you are so invited to join me. I'm hoping that I can get it all worked out and it will actually work and be an enjoyable experience for all of us. So thank you so much for all of your time in sharing with me on this health journey and all of these nice things that I got in this haul. I am so excited to put these things to good use and transform my home into something more enjoyable. Let's keep making those positive changes within ourselves and our lives, and those that our loved ones that are with us. We'll see you next time, guys. And I do apologize if I ramble on so much. I'm sorry. I am who I am. But you guys have a great time. Bye.